What's up, y'all? I've got a 95 ZX7. I'm going to remove the alternator stator, whatever y'all want to call it. And, probably the alternator, and, send it out to be tested. I think it's bad. I've got all the fairings off. I'm about to take out the gas tank. It's fairly easy. Right now, I'm going off the book. I know how to do the gas tank, I know how to do. I've done it before. But take this out. They want me to drain the coolant and remove the clutch sleeve cylinder. That's why this is here. They tell you to put that there so the clutch, so you don't squeeze the clutch cable in. The clutch, leave it in and pop out the slave cylinder pin. Not sure exactly what that is, but I don't want to pop the pin out, so that's why that's there. So I have taken apart. Get ready to take this off so I can get the gas tank out. All right. Just so you know, when you take out these screws, it's got this little spacer there. It's gonna fall out when you pull the screw out, so just be careful. Keep up with it. So let me finish taking that out. And right back. Okay, I got a correction. Instead of you taking out these two bolts, this one and that one, just take off these two, this one and this one, and pull the whole thing off. It's easier, so we have to lose the spaces. I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've taken off the gas tank, but yeah, mine's a little scratched up from taking it off and putting it on, as you can see. But I'll get that spray painted so it's not looking so bad. But yeah, just take out these two. Instead of taking out these two, just take out these two bolts. Boop, boop. You can take it off. It's easier. All right. Also, when taking the gas tank out, I'm gonna remove these two bolts that go here. Remove those two bolts so you can get this out of the way. So you can just pop the tank up, which I'm getting ready to do and to pull out in a second. Also, before you pull the tank out, you have to make sure this is off, otherwise your gas is gonna be spitting all over the place. You have to remove this hose that goes to the filter. Just squeeze the clamp there, move it down, and pull it off. Again, make sure this is off. And the overflow hose, pull it out. Mine's a little fucked up. That's all good. It's overflow hose. Yep, pull it out so you can pull the tank straight out. Kind of tuck this in there because you have to pull this up with it. All right. So we pull the gas tank out. Air box. We want to get to. It's pretty much right there. That's what we're trying to get to. So now they want me to drain the coolant. I really don't want to. I don't know if there's another way I can get it out without draining it, but we'll take a look and see. If I gotta do it that way, then that's what I'll do. But I'll let you know what I come up with in a minute. All right. Okay, that's how it's gonna come out. So just an FYI, when you pull that plug out, yeah, that shit is gonna shoot out. So you're gonna have to back your bucket up. It ain't gonna just roll out. It's gonna come out just like it's coming out now. So back your bucket up and get ready for it. Kind of hold your bucket up to it, and then, you know what I'm saying, put your bucket where you need to put it so that you don't get it all over the floor. Kind of like what I did. I ain't did too bad, but so just an FYI. It's a heads up. As it drains off, obviously, push your bucket back. All right, we'll be back. There it goes. That ain't bad. It's not bad at all. All right, so we got the coolant out. I was telling you to put this back in. I'm gonna, it says check it to make sure it looks good. It looks pretty good.
You coming? Yes.
You dry it off a little bit.
You can't for yourself.
No.
Put this back in.
It's just a little quick exercise walk. Lose like a half of a pound.
Put it back in.
Barely.
Tighten it down.
You can't just hang those up.
It's 10 millimeter, just so you guys know. You don't need me to see me tighten the screw, but yeah, tighten it down. 10 millimeters. Can't talk.
Where are we going?
Okay, so now, drain that out. You gotta take off the vent hose, which is here, for the reservoir tank. Remove these two bolts. There's that one, and there's that one. Lift it off, and I'm gonna have to tilt it somehow because as soon as we pull this off, because I'm gonna pull this off, it's gonna, all this liquid you see is gonna drain out. No. Say hi.
Oh, it's a YouTube video.
So, that's what
Hold up.
I'm gonna do there. Alright, got that off. Just a side note. If it's been on there for a while, kind of work it back and forth. Let it focus in real quick. Okay. Let it work it kind of back and forth until it's just pulling off. You don't put a hole in this. Then gotta go buy new holes or whatever. So just kind of work it back and forth to get it loosened up and take it off. I use the needle nose. I'm sure most of you know what a needle nose is if you're doing this shit. But I think I'll show you anyway. Alright, so smooth these two bolts. 10 millimeters again for these two. Should be pretty easy. Oh, first of all, I gotta get it loosened. Well, maybe if I showed it. But yeah, 10 millimeters to get these off. Same thing for the bottom one. I think I have sitting on the floor, just in case you guys are trying to figure out, well, what am I put my tank on? Probably should show this before the beginning, but I propped it on this. It doesn't kink these hoses under here. Yeah. That was kind of backwards. I should have showed that first. But anyway, so let me take this tank off and I'll get back with you. So I got the tank off. Obviously fairly simple. Let me tilt this back. I'm going to remove that hose. Then I'm going to drain this out. Take the flush out and clean it if it needs to be cleaned. So I'm going to do that now. Be right back. So surprisingly, I turned this to where that hose was on the bottom. Nothing came out. Not sure why. I'm not sure if it's dirty. There's some dirt in there, but I'm gonna clean it out. But it will come out that way. So be careful. Oh, I got it off. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, you can see. Mine's a little dirty. So I'm gonna run some warm water in it, shake it out, get it cleaner than what it is. Alright, so I got it a little cleaner. So I'm gonna put it back together, put it back on. I'm not gonna fill it now because I gotta take this, taking the alternator out. So, alright, so put the reservoir back on, reconnected it. They said if you wanted to, you could use a liquid soap to wash it out. I didn't. I just used some warm water, scraped it out. You know what I'm saying? Shook it real good. Put it back on. So make sure you rinse out all the soap that you use, if you use soap. So we're gonna now take off the slave cylinder cover. All right, now we're gonna remove the slave cylinder. Sure, good. I'm going to remove the slave cylinder. This is why this is there. Because from what I'm reading, it's telling me that you don't want to apply the clutch. Do not operate the clutch lever after slave cylinder. After slave cylinder, there it goes. Hey, shit. Everybody can read. Do not apply the slave cylinder has been removed. Once the clutch is applied, it will force the safe distance out of the cylinder body. So that's why that's there and tie wrapped in. So now we're gonna remove the two bolts, which would be that one, this one here. Oh, sorry. That one here. If you can't tell, I'm a YouTube newbie. and this one here, and we'll pull it out. All right. Okay, so I removed the 2 bolts and didn't just, you know what I'm saying, just like pop off. So I'm gonna try to stick a screwdriver behind it back here where its flat side is and see if I can, you know what I'm saying, pop it off. I'll let you know how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right, I didn't get it off yet, but I'm gonna move this. So I'm gonna take this off. That's where the coolant is running, so I shouldn't have no problems. Take this off, and I should be able to get that off a little easier. Okay, so I put the bucket back under here, because as you can see, as I'm starting to take this off, it was dripping a little bit, so I don't want, you know what I'm saying, there might be some residual on the line. I don't want it to come pouring out all over the floor, so put the bucket back. Almost got it pushed up. Had to use the screwdriver a little bit. I'm gonna punch a hole in it, but I kind of, you know what I'm saying, pushed it up here and was pushing up on it. So, as you know, heat and rubber, they kind of seal together. So you gotta kind of crack it a little bit without putting a hole in it. So yeah, so it's almost up. All right, so we got it off. Nothing really came out. There's a little bit when I could still see some here. We'll put a towel in there and dry that out a little bit. Now I'm going to get back to getting this slave cylinder cover off, or the slave cylinder off. Clutch slave cylinder, excuse me, off. Now we'll get back to that. Alright. So after a bit of wiggling, kind of left and right action, kind of like, I don't know if I can explain it to you. It's kind of like sitting in there. Just kind of like a little bit of this side, a little bit of that side. A little bit of this side, a little bit of that side. Like back and forth that way, because it didn't slide straight out. It's kind of like a little bit of this side, a little bit of that side. A little bit of this side, a little bit of that side. And it'll come out. Gotta put a little bit of muscle into it, not too much. You don't wanna, you know what I'm saying, bending and kinking or nothing crazy. So we're gonna go on. Now we can get to, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. That screw right there. Not that one, but that one. This one back here. Get to that screw right there. That one I'm touching. Yep. That screw back there. The other two up top. Up here. Alright, so we're gonna get to those. Get this alternator pulled out. Oh, pardon my hand. Alright, so we got all that off. So now, oh, I'm moving on. So now we're gonna have to take off that screw. There's another one under there on the other side. It's hard to see, but here you can see it here. Take off that one. And then the fun one is gonna be, like I said, where'd it go? Right there. That nut right there in the middle of the screen. So, all right. We got the wrench. It's gonna be, what is this? 12 millimeter. So, I'm gonna get that going. Oh, I don't know how long I was recording, but anyway. Yeah, I had to get a longer tool. You know what I'm saying, to get it going. The short one was, it was just too short. So, got a bigger one, longer one. Goes in there pretty good. Can I see? Yep, we can see. Line it up. Yep, it goes in there pretty good, and we got it going. We got one cracked. So now we gotta put on the other one. Can you see? For that one, we might have to use an open-ended wrench, or one of these bad boys. It might be easy to do because it's up top. So let's try this. We'll see. Oh man, Where'd it go? Just lost my bolt. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. So we need what? 12 millimeter, I said. So let's grab the 12. Which is that one. Oh, let's try to get the sucker off. Okay, so I got this top bolt loose. I ended up having to, I was able to get this on, to ratchet on just enough to get it cracked. And then I used my my other wrench over here to get the rest of the way off. Again, 12 millimeter. So now we're gonna do the one way on the bottom that I showed to you 20 million times. So I'm gonna do the one on the bottom. So I get that cracked. Let's see where we at.